What are food deserts? Food deserts can be described as geographic areas where residents' access to affordable, healthy food options is restricted or non-existent due to the absence of grocery stores within convenient traveling distance. A common misconception is that food deserts are only present in rural places like Harrison, Nebraska, or Windsor, Illinois. But the truth is, food desert communities exist in the big cities of the United States too. New Orleans, Chicago, Atlanta, Minneapolis, San Francisco, and even New York City. So how did these big cities become a food desert? In recent years, economic forces have driven grocery stores out of many cities, making them so few and far that an individual's food shopping trip may require taking several buses or trains. According to the Economic Research Service of the U.S. Department of Agriculture, about 2.3 million people live more than 1 mile away from a supermarket and do not own a car. On top of that, the majority of residents in urban areas classify as low income. Yet studies have found that urban residents who purchase groceries at small neighborhood stores pay between 3 and 37% more than suburban residents buying the same products at supermarkets. Those living in food deserts may also find it difficult to locate foods that are culturally appropriate for them, and dietary restrictions such as lactose intolerance and gluten allergies also limit the food choices of those who do not have access to larger chain stores that have more selection. Whatever their age, residents of food deserts are at risk for obesity, which puts people at a greater risk for serious, even fatal health disorders, particularly coronary heart disease and diabetes, the first and seventh leading causes of death in the U.S. How has the growing problem of food deserts been addressed? Public awareness of food deserts is growing, thanks largely to the efforts of community activists, entrepreneurs, and government officials committed to increasing people's access to healthy food options. Additionally, many urban areas are also implementing initiatives locally to solve their food desert challenges, mainly through the practice of urban farming. And on a national level, former First Lady Michelle Obama created the Let's Move campaign to combat childhood obesity, which includes a goal of eradicating food deserts by 2017 with a $400 million investment from the government focused on providing tax breaks to supermarkets that open in food deserts. These efforts have helped jumpstart the solution to food deserts, but there are ways that you as an individual can make a difference too. If you recognize that you are living in a food desert, you can start by helping those in your community understand what this means and talk about ways to make change. Discussing different options such as growing your own food, working with local retailers to sell healthy vegan foods is a good place to start. It is also important to bring your ideas and concerns to policymakers like city council members and state legislators. With widespread awareness and people taking initiative, we can combat the problem of food deserts in urban areas all together.